Well, so yeah, we All Blacks fans got a bit of a bombshell today, this Thursday. Yeah, out of the blue came the news just about midday that Leon MacDonald, the not the backs coach, the attack coach for the All Blacks, had stepped down. Um, and yeah, in fact, what transpired was that there had been, well, it's certainly not acrimony, but sort of, I would say, in the polite terms, disagreement between, Scott Robertson and Leon MacDonald on coaching principles, and yeah, ultimately Leon MacDonald decided that yeah, the his time at the All Blacks was no longer tenable, and yeah, he stepped down as the attack coach for the All Blacks, and yeah, look, honestly, I think only the coaches, I don't think even the players would know. Only the coaches would know what really went on between Scott Robertson and Leon MacDonald. So it's not really my place to speculate here. But it does certainly come as a surprise. I guess when the appointment was made, a couple of months back, everyone actually lauded it. Here was, Scott Robertson, two former Crusaders teammates, two former All Blacks, who we thought knew each other pretty well, seemed to be really good friends. Leon MacDonald, of course, has done a really, really superb job as head coach at the Blues. I mean, yes, he could have won a Super Rugby title, but certainly, he was credited with, really improving the back play, for like Tasman and the Blues. And yeah, it was thought, it's a natural fit, of course, Leon MacDonald, Rangi, as we all, all used to call him back in his playing days, a very, very respectable All Black, was able to play across, anywhere across the back line apart from nine. He was number 12 at the Rugby World Cup in 2003. He was in there because of his goal kicking, but he mainly played at 15 and allowed Mills to go into center. Could even play for he played first, so I went to Dan Carter was around. All in all, you had the most qualified player to coach the backs. I guess look, one could speculate. I guess it has to be said some of the back play by the All Blacks so far has been a bit predictable. I mean, I guess in Eden Park, Auckland, the conditions are where the forwards dominated, and I guess the All Blacks, the All Blacks were able to seam past, but certainly, you looked at the first game against Argentina in Wellington, it was pretty much sideways movement. There was not a whole lot of momentum, and against England, it was really down to individual brilliance by Beauden Barrett, amongst others, to really get the All Blacks over the line. And of course, Fiji, you'd expect the All Blacks to, win pretty comfortably, regardless of whoever was, the attack coach. So yeah, it has certainly come quite early. I mean, I guess 5 tests is a very short time, and I guess I think is kind of look back at a couple of years ago. Of course, Ian Foster, when the All Blacks lost those 2 tests at home against Ireland, there were massive changes. We kind of expected. We saw the likes of Brad Moore, we saw John Plumtree. The X came down straight down. Of course, that's when Joe Schmidt and of course Jason Ryan came in. So it was, but yeah, I guess here it kind of felt a little bit out of the blue. I don't, you certainly wouldn't blame the loss to Argentina and Wellington on Leon MacDonald at all. That was never suggested, but yeah. But look, I guess who knows? We might know maybe if Leon MacDonald puts out an autobiography of Scott Robertson. But in the meantime, yeah, look. So I guess the All Blacks will just have to, they will move on. So Scott Hansen, that's Steve Hansen's brother, will take over what Leon MacDonald's been doing. Tamale Ellison, Tamale Ellison will sort of take over what Scott Hansen has been doing in the defense, which is a bit interesting because, of course, Tamati Allison is certainly known as, for his more attacking prowess. But we shall see, could be. I guess certainly Scott Hansen has the experience. So, yeah, and of course, yeah, you still have Jason Holland, who's the backs coach. Could he have a bit more input into the attacks? We shall see. I mean, could they look at someone up from the outside? It's hard to know. I mean, I think at the moment, it looks like they'll certainly look inside at the moment. I mean, who else could there be? I mean, Chris, you've got not Chris Lake, got Laidlaw at the Hurricanes, who's done a really good job with the backs. I mean, could they pry Corey Jane? I mean, Corey Jane's still a bit new. Ben Smith is still an experience. Working with Otago, done a bit of work for the Highlanders. I mean, the one name that could have possibly been worth prying is Tony Brown, who's done a really, really superb job at the Springboks. But I think that's certainly because the Springboks have pretty much just given him like the keys to the whole city. Like he's got a license to do whatever he wants, because I guess the Springboks have never really had anyone like that. And yeah, and I guess Tony Brown is probably not going to get the same degree of freedom under Scott Robertson. So, and I guess when Tony Brown really, really wanted to work with South Africa, I think it was almost like he wanted to defect and, get South African citizenship. He'd say he would swim there. So maybe I think that's certainly out of the window for now. But yeah, look, it is certainly some big news. Yes, the All Blacks are, of course, going to South Africa. I think they're probably leaving right now. They've already named the squad. As we know, Stephen Perifetta and Patrick Tuipulotu are out due to injury. Scott Barrett returns though. So yeah, it is a big tour, which so we'll talk a bit more. I did talk about it in the video I did with Tom, who runs the Growing Myth of Damien McKenzie group, and yeah, definitely check it out. I must say, I do apologize for the audio issues on my side. Certainly trying a new mic headset arrangement, which didn't quite work out. And it's hard to, it's difficult when you've got a headset and you hear everything's fine. But yeah, so that's a lesson learned. So I do apologize, if you have to turn up for the audio issues on my side. You should be able to hear Tom fine, but definitely go check it out. It's not in. You need to look under live if you are searching under my playlist. So, yeah, and I might put the link in the description and later on the card. And also, actually, yeah, I should say, yeah, look, a bit of news. Yeah, we're finally eligible to earn money on this channel. So yeah, watch this space. Really, really exciting, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed to this channel, and yeah, just keep it going. And yeah, look, appreciate it's a journey as I'm learning. Look, obviously the sound issue is a thing, but yeah, we'll get there. And yeah, look, I guess obviously like to hear your thoughts. Were you shocked at this news about Leon MacDonald, Rangi leaving the All Blacks coaching staff, or was it not really? Were you sort of expecting it? And I guess, look, if there's any goss you have, look, keep it real, of course. You're welcome to share it. I would just obviously, as long as as long as it's not breaking any non-disclosure laws, rules or anything like that. So non-disclosure agreements, I should say. So look, of course, yeah, do like and subscribe, and yeah, we will. And yeah, look, stay tuned. There's a couple more collabs to come. There might be 2 collabs next week as I speak. So keep an eye on those, and yeah, and that's it.